Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to you to my YouTube channel Living with Spice. I'm Rebecca Gabrielle. It's really great to have you here and to join me. I'm going to be doing a monthly reading, and this is for Scorpio for the month of August. It's great to have you with me. As you know, this channel is all about bringing the divine love messages to you to help us understand how the events in our life are unfolding, how we can learn from spirit, from the divine, and how we can make the best choices possible in our life. Now, if you're interested, I also have weekly readings and I have love readings for the month as well. Just check out your playlist. And sometimes it's also a good idea to have a look at your moon, rising and Venus sign in addition to your sun sign. So if you don't know what they are, you can go to your internet browser and type in free natal chart, and that will give you some more information. If you're interested to have a private reading with me, my details are in the description box, along with some information about the cards I regularly use and the book that I published, The Power of Soul Loving. A very, very good book for those of you who are going through significant transformation in your life and you'd like to know a little bit more about what it is to live with divine love and soul love. All right, Scorpio, let's get into your reading for the month of August. So hello Scorpio, we're going to do a monthly reading for August, and of course this gives us an opportunity to see the bigger picture of how things are likely to be unfolding in our life, what we can expect coming up, so we can anticipate those events, the energies, and to make the best choices possible. So I hope that you are keeping well. Thank you for joining me. If you find that the reading is helpful to you, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Oh. All right, let's see what Spirit has for you. I don't read reversals in my readings, so just letting you know. Beautiful. We have the Queen of Wands energy to start off the reading. Such a beautiful, warm and passionate card this one is. This is representing your energy of feeling really at one, and really at one with yourself and who you are, and really in a space of wanting to create more love and passion and fire, and to take action in your life. Beautiful card. Very confident energy, very vibrant energy in this card, and this is your energy, Scorpio, at this point in time. You're also feeling very in tune with spirit, and you are listening to your intuition at this point in time. You're ready to make things happen as well. So you are, look at the beautiful, what's on her palm is this fire. And she's created this spark and manifested this energy. And it comes from a lot of desire and inspiration. And ready to sort of make a difference. Then we have the Hangman card, which is sort of a desire to see things from a different perspective. And this is an enlightenment feeling. In this particular reading, I feel like you are looking for seeing things through a different lens. So you are in a space of wanting to, I feel like instead of it being a stuck energy, it feels like you're reaching for something more. It feels like you are wanting to reach outside of yourself and your current confines. But you don't see yourself as stuck. You're feeling inspired and wanting to see things, as I said, through a different lens. We then have the Ace of Cups. So certainly, Scorpio, you are ready to give. You are ready to give from the heart, and you have a lot of love to give. And I feel like this is you giving. But I suppose, when we're in a space of willingness to give, we must also be in a space of readiness to receive. Now, Scorpio, you are recognizing that you have been in a place of what has felt like lack or isolation for some time. And, because this is immediately followed by the Nine of Cups. I feel that this is an energy that you're breaking free from. I mean, look at that beautiful injection of life here with the Nine of Cups here. This is like fulfillment. This is happiness. This is sense of freedom and abundance, and truly a very different experience to here, the Five of Pentacles, where you have felt very much that your life was just trekking along and very mediocre and feeling quite lonely and isolated. So it would seem that significant change is happening for you at this point in time. And if we go by the very first card here, you are wanting to create and manifest this beautiful new spark, this connection with the divine, and this cup of love. And certainly it seems that you're able to break free from where you have been to this beautiful place of abundance here. So let's just see how this continues to unfold. I do remember that the last reading that we had for you, Scorpio, I think it must have been titled Abundance is Yours, or something to that effect. So things are shifting and changing for you, which is really beautiful. Let's see what else Spirit has for you. Yeah, the Hierophant. You certainly are moving towards and tapping into spiritual wisdom and understanding. You are wanting to connect with your higher self at this point in time, and you're seeking answers, enlightenment, and guidance for the way forward. So it may be that you're going within to do that, or it might be that you are actually seeking this from a mentor or some other place that is a source of guidance and wisdom for you. We then have the Justice card. This is, let me just pull some more here. It feels to me this is you regaining balance in your life, regaining what is due to you after a period of being in lack and perhaps things not working out in your favour. You're now entering a new phase of your life where you are restoring balance, and it has been a fine line that you've had to tread, but the time is now, and you're feeling at one within yourself to do this. You're feeling connected enough to know the difference, to know how to create that balance in your own life. And this leads to a beautiful feeling of abundance and celebration. You are moving towards happy times in your life and a lot of celebration. This is how you are feeling on the inside, and you're ready to express that on the outside of your life. Yeah, such positive cards for you, Scorpio. You know, when you come to a place of making that decision in your life to ignite that passion, to connect with Spirit, being willing to see things from a different perspective and to come from a heart place, you can't help but bust open this place of lack to experience incredible abundance. And when you mix that with the desire to seek wisdom and insight and fulfillment from a spiritual perspective, of course you're going to be able to create that inner peace and that inner balance, and that is very much something to celebrate. The pathway has been a pathway that's helped you to discover your own inner strength. It's falling beneath the Five of Pentacles here, and you have learned from your past experiences to develop a sense of inner peace and wisdom, inner strength, inner courage. And rather than this hardening your heart, what it's done is it's helped you to explore your heart even more deeply and to have compassion for yourself. And as we learn to have compassion for ourselves, we're able to show compassion to others. This card, of course, is about you. It's about your journey and what you have learned about yourself and the courage that you have. The courage to go the distance, to know what endurance is, and to be able to sit back and see yourself, others, and the world from a bigger perspective. You know, the lion doesn't rush in. The lion in us sits and waits and observes and watches and discerns. And there's also that lion and lioness energy is also about looking after the tribe, and it's about seeking the greater good for all, and about caring for the needs of others as well as yourself. I love the fact that this card also has the infinity symbol here. So we're talking about, you know, change and transformation at a soul level, something that is eternal. It is not just a now thing. And we can see that you, your energy, the Knight of Pentacles, is you're quite happy to go the pathway forward, carefully, slowly, with discernment, and but with the intention to give, to grow, to make progress. But you don't feel the need to rush right now. You have what it is that you need, you know, and you're quite happy to walk purposefully and mindfully forward with what it is that you have. Interesting that the Knight of Pentacles is underneath the Nine of Cups. You are feeling within yourself very abundant, which is really beautiful. I'm going to pull a couple of cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance for Scorpio during the month of August. I do enjoy the monthly readings because it helps us to see how things will unfold over a period of time, rather than a short, sharp, you know, list of events. This is where transformation happens and evolves. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance. We do have the Peace card that's fallen out here, which is beautiful. I like the Peace card because it represents new beginnings and reconciliation. And there's sort of like a divine presence here. So often the dove represents the Holy Spirit. It also represents peace. The egg represents new beginnings. And I don't know if you can see on the card, but there's, you know, hearts and stars here. So there's a little bit of divine intervention here, divine timing at work. And certainly this is the energy that you're feeling in at the moment. And I do feel it's Spirit saying that watch for the signs and the symbols. Watch for the signs that are coming to you. We have a beautiful feather or feathers that are dropping down here, and the olive branch, which is you reaching out, Spirit reaching out, perhaps just acknowledging that now is the time. You have been going through a period of change, Scorpio. So we have changes in the wind here, which is for sure, you know. And whenever I look at this card, I really sense that it's life having a 180-degree turn. You know, the zebra is actually looking in the different direction. Instead of going forward, it's what I would perceive as being going the other direction. And we have the north and south at the top here. Definitely the winds of change are coming through, and it feels that you're ready to make the switch, to turn around, to go with this flow. It feels quite peaceful to me, but definitely it represents, it's a little bit like you know, when the weather changes and you can sense the weather is changing because the wind starts to pick up and the clouds gather, and you feel movement in the air and you feel the energy shift. That's what this card feels like to me. And it's interesting because I immediately think of this card here where you are getting a different perspective. The zebra is turning around. And why a zebra? Well, the zebra, I always feel that the zebra represents, you know, who we truly are, our individuality, being true to ourselves and being unique. You know, the zebra has unique stripes and unafraid to be itself. It's not about the beauty, it's about the person within. It's about you being who you need to be and following that direction in order to be your true self. You have in recent times been feeling as if you are waiting for love and fulfillment to enter your life and things not working out. So we've had the experience of never-ending story. You know, the time is ticking, and where is that experience of love and fulfillment in your life? Let's just have a little bit more understanding of this card for you, Scorpio. It could be that you have engaged in unnecessary fear and perhaps self-doubt and criticism in the past. We do tend to tell ourselves a bit of a story at times, and we can feel, the hurt, the loss and the rejection, the humiliation. But sometimes a lot of that is accentuated in our own mind, in our own heart, and unnecessary. And we can cause ourselves our own delays in life and our own pain through the story that we convince ourselves. Every time we retell that story of, our experience of pain and loss, we do delay our own growth and our own experience of what's possible to be happy. So Spirit is just highlighting this to you, that often what it is that we tell in our mind, it's not true, or it's not reality. So this card is a reminder to be true to yourself. We are never our story. We are not the story that we tell ourselves. It says here in the relationship message, sometimes our heart enters into a contract with another that results in pain, not because of abuse or neglect, but for other more complex reasons. Shame, fear of intimacy, low self-esteem are the greatest challenges to the success of a relationship. Right now you have the opportunity for important healing, but you must reflect on the stories you weave about love, connection, abandonment, rejection and loneliness. Not only do you need to begin a new story, you need to forgive yourself for telling yourself the old ones. Have compassion for the part of you that believes all of those narratives. None of them were true anyway. In terms of prosperity in your life, Scorpio, be careful not to compare yourself with others, okay? It may be that you're fearful of not having enough. It may be fearful that you're afraid of the good that is coming your way. Try not to tell yourself the story of things that have happened in the past in terms of financial failures or insecurities, okay? Learn to love yourself through all of your journey. We all have challenges that happen to us in life. Love yourself anyway through those moments, Scorpio. It's time to tell yourself a new story and to believe in the success that is possible for you. Yeah, times are changing. Have a heart of compassion and peace for yourself, Scorpio. You have the inner strength. You have learned a great deal, and that is where you should focus, is what you have created for yourself and the person that you are. I can see that you are in deep thought. You're thinking about a lot of things and planning for the future. There is an element of, it's beautiful to imagine. We've got to imagine the future, And here you are in this card, imagining a better future for yourself. And, there is some kind of element of the divine in here as well that's helping you to, well, let's just say you're co-creating here. You are trying to sort of think a little bit more logically and to analyse things in order to strategise for your future going forward. Sometimes we need to step into that part of ourselves, rather than being overly emotional, because our emotions can take us down a pathway which is beautiful but not necessarily always clear. So we do need to balance both the emotional and the strategic way of thinking. So it would seem that Spirit is saying to you, in terms of you planning for your future, you have all the information you need. Just keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate things and just keep moving forward. Remember, love is not logical, but when you choose a partner, it is about ensuring you have things in common and a desire to share those things in common. It may be a time to weigh up the pros and cons. If there's not enough, common ground, then that's something to consider. Don't force a partnership to work. When others tell you who they are, take them at their word. Now's not the time to indulge in a fantasy. So yeah, it is important to look at the facts and to see things objectively and not to fantasize, but to seek common ground in areas of relationships. In terms of your prosperity, it's important to sit down and plan a strategy and focus on the steps you need to take to create abundance and prosperity in your life. So if you need some help with that, it may be a good idea to engage a friend. Certainly it's about prioritising things, and if you want to attract abundance in your life, we've got to work with spirit too. We've got to learn that spirit is there to assist us and help us. So spirit can be our strategic partner as well. Whatever you do, don't engage in analysis paralysis, okay? It is time for you to do something, to be creative. It is time to connect in with spirit and the divine. So meditate, tap into your intuition and your higher self to get the answers so that you can take steps to go forward. Now, you don't have to go at a blistering speed forward, and I don't feel that you are, Scorpio. I think you're doing things with measured steps, which is really good. And very soon, if you're discerning and objective and you stay true to yourself and you start focusing on those positive stories, you are actually going to have success, which is fantastic. Now I'm going to pull a couple of cards from the Fairy Tarot deck. I just feel we need a little bit of different kind of insight for you. How is Scorpio going in terms of steps forward? Okay, so these two cards here are telling us what you're moving away from and what you're moving towards. So we have the Five of Winter here. Walk away from dishonest associations. Yes, so it may be that you are having an epiphany, Scorpio, that you in recent times have been associated with toxic energy, people who are toxic or dishonest, or things that have not been clear or upfront for you. They've not been aligned with your purpose or your values. Spirit is saying, and I feel that you know this anyway, you've got to move away from that. It is time to take definite steps away from that kind of energy, because it was making you feel like this, completely disempowered. And that's not the person that you are. The person that you are is a very loving and compassionate person with a lot to give. So in order to honour the best of you, you need to check in with your higher self and receive the spiritual guidance and follow that. And have compassion for yourself. Have forgiveness for whatever has happened in the past. And use this time as a way to transform through love, through compassion, and to be kind to yourself, You are going through change. Let the old stories go. They're not serving you anymore. But approach going forward strategically, honestly, without fantasy, objectively, and really check in with what you know is true for you. You know that there are some things that you've experienced in the past that are just not worth your energy or time, nor are they good for you. So 5 is always that number of change and transformation, and winter is what you want to move away from. So you're moving away from people who are deceptive, people who are only seeking their own agenda, who are very much about themselves all the time, and you're tired of that. You're moving away from that energy, and you're going to seek your own experience in life. You're doing a turnaround, and you're going, you know what, I'm going to be me. And you're being unapologetically you. You are deciding that this is the person that I want to be. You know, I want to be on fire and inspired and connected to spirit. You do not want to be this disempowered self, you know. And it's a choice. So you're prepared to see things from a different perspective right now, Scorpio, which is beautiful. So you're making the choice to walk away from things that have left you cold, distant, have not given back to you. And now you're going to, moving towards, well, we've got the Seven of Spring. So this is about you, I think, making that decision on the inside. And you know what? Spirit is saying, don't back down, be assertive and go for what it is that you believe. Courageously stand up for yourself. I mean, this is really strong energy, determination, really ready to start something new. So I always associate spring with that new energy, that vibrant energy, very passionate. And 7 is definitely making those choices, making very deliberate choices to move forward. And you know, in this particular card especially, it's about going for it, going for what it is that you want and believe is right for you, and having that courage to step forward. Yeah, thank you, Spirit, for your guidance. What else do we have for Scorpio? It does take bravery to be assertive, especially when you've felt like you've been out in the cold and experienced things that have not been, you know, an equal exchange, but have been draining on you. To make that turnaround and to celebrate new life and a new way of being, and to come to a place of inner peace is celebrating you and celebrating what is possible to go forward. And I feel that you are so done with the past that you are very ready to be quite strategic about going for what it is that you want going forward. So out with the old stories and in with the new. Yeah. So again, confirmation, 7 of Winter is that knowing that there's a better choice. And certainly this time it's, I feel that in this card, even though it says running away from the truth, I feel that you, given the reading here, you are choosing to move away from things that have not served you well. So, you know, in the past you've not seen things clearly, and you intuitively know that there is a better choice. So we've got 5 of Winter, 7 of Winter. You are moving away from this energy, which is great. Really good for you, Scorpio. So you're moving in the right direction, which is what you want to know. So this is how things are unfolding for you in August, and I feel that energy has already started for you in July, Scorpio. And so these things don't happen overnight. They, you know, we may make a decision, but sometimes to manifest these things in our physical life can take a little bit of time. But this is what you're doing. You're giving yourself the time, and you're making very deliberate choices for you, committing to you going forward. So, yeah, it's interesting. A lot of these winter cards coming up for you. Ace of Winter is reminding you not to be deterred by challenges. Communicate clearly what it is that what you're wanting. You know, communicate to yourself as well as to others, so that you can be understood. And go with your ideas. You've got ideas that you want to implement. And so even though this is the winter card, it's an ace, which means it's similar to the Ace of Swords. It's having clear communication, clear focus, developing your ideas and going with it. And being very determined not to be deterred, and not to see any challenges as setbacks, but to keep that determination going forward. So a very determined energy here to move towards your idea of the future that you want to create. Let's see what else. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. So not only is there this experience, this energy of you moving away from what has been that winter experience in your life, it's determination to go forward, and you are very determined. I love this. You are shooting your arrow. You're shooting your arrow on what it is that you want in your life. That means that you are very focused. You're very focused. Thank you, Spirit. Because I feel, Scorpio, that you realise it's time. It's time. And, you know, when we work with the divine to, at the right time, things just fall into place. Wow, again. So it's another winter card. So this is all about communication. Information. So the Princess of Winter. Information that can help you, but which may be difficult to hear. Speaking the truth with kindness. So I feel that Scorpio, that at some point during the month of August, you're going to receive some truthful information, but it may not be delivered all that tactfully. It may be that it's a little bit difficult for you or your heart to hear, but it is meant with kindness. The information that you receive is probably feedback to you, and but it's meant with kindness. So I feel like that is a flag, like a heads up, that something will be revealed to you, shared with you, that is designed to help you, is designed to help you to see more clearly, and it is meant with kindness. So this is something to be aware of, Scorpio, during the month. What an interesting read. I don't feel that there's a lot of action. This is more about change happening and the divine moving you through a period of time where you are reconnecting with your authentic self and really planning out your future and thinking about what that looks like. And so the important message here is how you evolving and the choices that you are making in your heart and in your soul to go forward. So you are bringing yourself out of a period of time that has been challenging for you, but you are leaving that energy behind, and you are creating new energy in yourself and new abundance. So it's like beginning this new pathway forward, and Spirit is encouraging you to focus on this beautiful passionate energy of going forward. You're having a lot of psychic and intuitive awarenesses at this point in time. We have the Moon card here, and the Moon card is always about taking that time to go within, to really reflect on the changes within you, the things that you've been unprepared or unwilling to look at or unable to look at. But now is the time to see those things within yourself that you need to understand more deeply, and to hold and to release the fears that have been holding you back. And up until now, I guess, you know, when you've been in this kind of energy, it's very natural for us to want to cocoon ourselves and to withdraw and to not want to see everything that is there, because it's painful experience. But you're being encouraged to this. You've got this beautiful energy that the divine is helping you to open up and to really feel this beautiful experience of emotional fulfillment, that, you know, that it's possible, that it's there. And so you are in a much better, safer, loving place now to go and examine those parts of you, those fears that you've had, and to release them. You're feeling much better and more able to do that now, and more willing to release those fears so that you can be your true, full self. Yeah. So there's moments where you passionately open and express and go forward. Then there's moments where you're just quite happy to slow the pace down. And then there's moments where you want to get up and get going and be more assertive. So I guess really it's about finding that balance, Scorpio, to ensure that you've got a balanced approach between the head and the heart. You know, between wanting to race forward to wanting to measure and pull back the pace a little bit. It is your time, Scorpio. It is your time to receive abundance and prosperity in your life, but do come at it from a balanced and measured approach, okay? You are learning a lot as you go through this change, and it is a change, and you're feeling it and you're knowing it. Thank you, Spirit. Queen of Water. Interesting. This is a very loving and empathetic card. It is about patience as well. The Queen energy is always about patience and wisdom. And the Queen of Water is the same as the Queen of Cups. So we've got the message here is relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. I love the fact that there's lots of whales in this card. There's a lot of connection with the emotions and with spirit. So we've got the waters there and the wings of the angel reaching up to heaven. You are feeling very connected and willing to take things, seeing things from a bigger perspective, understanding the emotions of others, being able to place yourself in the position of other people and how they're feeling. So this is also representative of how far you've come in terms of your emotional growth and your soul growth. So to be the energy of the Queen of Water means that you've experienced a lot yourself and you have an ability to feel deeply, which means that you can also extend that understanding and empathy for other people, which is really beautiful. What else do we have? Things are unfolding. I feel like this is going to be a long read. 3 of Fire, abundance. Things are looking very good in your life. Have patience. Again, we've got a measured approach here. And it's about making long-term plans. So this is the equivalent of the 3 of Wands. And this is looking out into the distance and imagining how the future will unfold and how you'd like it to unfold. And it's sort of bringing all of that beautiful creative imaginative energy in order to manifest what it is that you want going forward. So this takes time, it takes patience, it takes focus. And however, it certainly is leading towards abundance, meaning all of the things that you associate with joy and fulfillment in life. So Spirit is saying be patient. This is about making long-term plans. So remember, when we had the Thinker card here, this is about strategizing your approach and thinking about life going forward and how you'd like that to be. But, along the way, you're also learning to heal and to take the time to let go of those old stories and to create those new ones and to focus on the person that you really want to be going forward and to have that sense of fulfillment. So, yeah, really beautiful. Lots of inner reflection and transformation, as well as determination I'm feeling from you, Scorpio, which is great. Spirit, what else do you have for Scorpio for the end of August? Yeah, so again, it's reiterating the same message here. We've got the Empress card here, which is very much a loving and nurturing energy and giving birth to your dreams, Scorpio. It is a time for you to truly love yourself and to really step into that beautiful, caring energy for yourself and to really love the person that you are. And, as we love ourselves, we also are healing our own heart and our own wounds, but giving life to our future and our dreams. And that's what it is about. What else do we need here? I feel like we are coming to that place of ending the reading. King of Earth. Confidently accept the opportunities that you're offered. Your energy is growing in intensity or awareness. We started out with the Queen energy here, and let me just say, apart from the Princess energy, we've now got the Queen again, and the Empress, and now the King. Excuse me, the King of Earth. So this is representing, true abundance and a true sense of I've got this, and feeling very successful. And that whatever you put your hands on, you've got this Midas touch at the moment. You're feeling very generous in the heart, very practical. You are having a new lease on life. You've transformed or transforming, and now you want to give back. So the King of Earth is a very generous energy, and it's all about the physical experience of life and being able to share what you have and what you know and being able to give back, and that makes you feel very successful. It makes you feel that you are doing what you are here to do as you sit there in that sort of kingly energy. And the King of Earth, or the King of Pentacles, is very much caring about the needs of others, and using what you have learned and gathered in life, you're sharing that with others, which is beautiful. So, that's really lovely, a really beautiful energy to be in. All right. I'm feeling like it's let me see. What else does Scorpio need to know? I feel like we have confirmation of your pathway. Is there anything else for Scorpio? We have some Earth Magic cards here. What does Scorpio need to know? Earth Magic. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Scorpio. There we go. Oh, that's just flipped out. Love and compassion. Love and compassion is the card that's come up. I feel that you have a real deep sense of love for yourself, and you are now, just like the King of Earth, ready to share that love. And the Empress is about love and compassion and nurturing oneself. You've got the Ace of Cups here. And really moving away from what has felt like a lack of love to fullness of love and abundance, and planning things for the long term, which we have here with the Three of Fire. So let's just see what else this card reveals for us, for you, Scorpio. Love of life, love of oneself and appreciation of oneself, love of your partner, love of those who are in your life and around you at this time. Yeah, you're in a good space. In this beautiful image, we see the hands reaching towards each other through a heart. The green field surrounding them is the colour of the fourth or heart chakra. It's when we feel love in our heart centre that we not only naturally emit the healing energy of compassion, but we also attract love and compassion. So, it's a given that our thinking patterns affect our feelings and in turn our reality. What we put out, whether it's love or fear, empathy or sadness and so on, it contains a lot of power to influence and shape our reality. So it's that the energy that we put out, Scorpio, is the energy that we tend to attract back to ourselves. So when we focus our attention and intention on love and compassion, we can recognize there's no separation between ourselves and others. That energy that we have for ourselves, that loving energy that we have for ourselves, then becomes loving energy that we so easily radiate towards other people. I'll go on to read here. All wounds stem from the illusion of separation from Source and all of creation. The route to healing this wound is through cultivating love and compassion for every being on this planet, including yourself. Not a bland standard of unquestioned acceptance, but a heartfelt sense of profound relatedness to whatever you perceive as apart from yourself. True compassion requires not only the feeling of warmth that emanates when you are in touch with your heart center, but in acts of kindness, even if this simply means being a fully attentive listener. Respect the fact that your heart is a giver and a receiver, of energy. These energies are best sensed by attending to the steady flow of your breathing while also noticing your heart area. Righteousness, fear, anger and judgment are some common ways that we block our heart. You know, when we go into that fearful energy and into our ego and we start doubting things, we close our heart down, we're unable to give that love. We're unable to be open and vulnerable and caring. And it's only through being able to forgive, which means letting go of self-judgment and letting go of judgment of others, that we can start to see through eyes of love. And you know, those illusions that we hold on to so tightly, they disappear. So when we're able to see love in ourselves, we're able to see love in others. So this is just beautiful. You know, the focus in this reading is really an unfoldment of love and a movement away from what has been cold and kept you in the cold in terms of, you know, painful experiences and having to close your heart in order to protect yourself from toxic energy and things that have not served you well. And, you know, sometimes we can say we're a victim to that energy because it's come from external, but we're not really. I mean, these things happen in our life, but what's really important is the way we respond to these things and the stories we tell ourselves. Do we hang on to those stories of pain and loss and rejection, or do we willingly let them go, which is the moon energy, of releasing our fears and really coming to a place of loving who we are? You are going through a period of change. So it really is about embracing your true self so that you can celebrate the good things in life. And you do celebrate. You do end up finding peace and balance within you, Scorpio, which is really beautiful. But always remember to be co-creating with Spirit, to access that higher self. Do not just stay in your mind only. It's a combination of heart and mind, and then bringing in that beautiful guidance from Spirit. Be determined to stay true to you. Go for what it is that you want. Follow your dreams and follow your heart. You've got a relationship here developing to a new level. So trust your intuition. Go with, you know, a measured pace here. There's no speeding hurry here with the Knight of Pentacles. It's feeling your way, and it's planning for the future. You know, long-term. Sorry about the light. Long-term plans. And, you know, speaking your truth, being open to the change that's happening, and I feel that you will. I feel that you open your heart, you find that inner strength, and it starts with having compassion for yourself before you can give to others. And then you end up in this beautiful King of Earth energy of feeling such a beautiful generosity of heart that you want to share with others. You're ready to share that love. So I think we're going to leave it at that, Scorpio. It's a really beautiful reading, and a lovely way to get into August, the month of August. So go well, enjoy, and don't forget to like the video if it has been of help to you, and watch out for the weekly reads. Okay, speak to you soon. Bye now.